All right, I'm going to go ahead and say that we are live. I'm waiting for my browser to pop up here. My computer is went through a little traumatic experience today. Every time it tries to automatically update Windows 10, I can't turn it off. It tries to do it, and I can't make it stop. I don't know how to turn off the automatic updates in the system in Windows 10. I turn it off, but they still try to load. And every month or two, when the updates come out, it forces the updates on my computer. And if the computer's on and I'm in bed, it just automatically updates, and then it crashes my computer, right? And then it tries to reload, and it crashes, and it keeps crashing several times, 3 or 4 times. And then it tries to reload the original drivers, or the original, it tries to uninstall their update, and then it fails, and then it goes into your computer is not starting correctly. And then I have to go through like 5 or 6 instances of trying to do repair the system repair. Then I tried to do I had to resort to a which I don't normally have to do this, but I had to do a system backup restore, and that actually worked. It took a half hour, but it finally went through. And while I was waiting for the computer to fix itself, I got this. I got this. Nice, huh? It's gonna be so special, so nice. It's gonna be so clean, so special, so nice. It's gonna taste so good. So I've tried twice now to open up Google Chrome so I can see your chat, and it still hasn't opened up Google Chrome. I'll try one more time. Just won't open the software, man. Usually I have the web browser up before I go live, but I was in a hurry to go live because it was 4 o'clock. I got the fan on in here. It's hot, but it's not hot in here now. I've got the house cool, but it's hot outside. It's like 80 degrees, but I got it nice and cool. I'm sorry, man. I'm having a hard time loading this chat, man. I mean, I can't even open up. Wow, man. Okay, well that one opened. I tried a different kind of a browser. So let me just do the chat over here on a new browser. Russian warship chases off United States submarine near Ukraine. Oh, I thought we were supposed to be so badass. What? We got chased away by a Russian warship? Oh, looks like the United States not as tough as we claim we are. America! Yeah! Oh. Yeah, looks like you're not so tough. Oh, oops. Okay, I got the chat working. Yay! And there's only 6 of you here. Yay. 6 of you. Who wants to be the first person to say hello to me? Oh, now it says 3 people watching. Wow. Really? Who's the 3 people that are here? Hey, Debbie. Who's the other 2 people? 5 people now. Who's here? You guys having a bad connection, or you can't chat with me? Hey, Brian. And a protein shake. Oh, that sounds good, man. Hey, Tim. What's up, buddy? Cool. Tim's worth like 20 people. Having Tim here is like having 20 people watching my show. Radical leftist agenda here is like having 50 people here watching my show. Hey, hippie chick. Jeff Lund. What's up, guys? I'm here, but I'm streaming. Oh, you're live too? Wow, man. I want to kind of pull up your show. You're live, huh? What are you guys talking about over there? I guess I've got more than 5 people here, huh? It only says 5. And I have a feeling since all 5 of you said something, there's probably more than 5 of you here. I wanted to find out who it is. Nothing, because I just started. I wanted to find out who it is. Who is who? Radical leftist agenda. I'm going live on Candace's channel at 8. Okay, at 8. Is that in an hour? Who blocked? Oh, you want to find out who blocked me? Her name is something Kimberly. She's a black author. Uh, her name is something Kimberly. Um, and she was not supposed to be in my title. Right, she wasn't supposed to be in the title. I just didn't do a title, so it's the last title from that was from this morning show. Let's see if I can find it. I'll go to my heat wave in February. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You sound just like Bash. You sound just like Bash, bro. Everything's fine. Oh, everything's fine. Okay, so let's find out what that woman's name was. I've added her to my list of people who blocked me, so it'll come right up. Her name is author Margaret Kimberly, Ley. Okay, I will be back later. Thank you. Okay, that was fast. All right. Well, I hope you stayed to listen to that at least. Yeah. Happy 710. Yeah, let me get on that. I got a nice clean bong for that, bro. Let me turn the fan off in here first. This amplifier. Yeah, that can go right there. I've been moving logs today, man. Got some log cabin logs right here. I was hauling logs today. A-Dub. Nice to see you, brother. I think I'm gonna go with some cherry pie. I'm feeling like partying. I know it's gonna fuck me up. I'm not even gonna know who I am after I smoke this bong hit. It's very rare that I do this, but I'm feeling saucy and sassy. Saucy and sassy. Sassy and saucy. Happy 710. Alright, cheers. Cheers, you guys. We've got the fan slowing down in here. I might be able to blow some smoke rings. And cherry pie could give me some nice thick ones. We'll see. I can't remember how good the smoke is from this one. Clean bongs are so fun. They're so fun to look at. It's like looking at an aquarium with the bubbles in it. It's relaxing. Looks like a 3 or an 8. It's an 8. So Bob Saget bumped his head and died. They don't know what happened. They know that he had COVID. So, So I guess, yeah, they're saying he just. God, Bob Saget was podcasting. Podcasting. I didn't know that. He ended every broadcast with saying, "I love you." I tell you guys, I love you guys too. Big O's for days. Were they good enough? It's kind of windy in here. Hey, freaking Arkle is liking my stuff on Twitter. Thank you, buddy. I told, I said in a tweet that the number of bags, shopping bags that you're physically able to carry is directly proportional to the number of stairs that you have to fucking walk up in your home. More stairs, the more bags you're able to carry. Me, I can carry 8 grocery bags in one trip. 4 in each hand. Those plastic ones. Even if they've got milk, 2-gallon milks in them, even if they've got, the heaviest items, I'll do 4 and 4. Nine. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. So, I know sometimes I say shit that doesn't make sense at all. Let me look at the news really quick and just see if there's anything going on. Yeah, 4 people were shot outside a Justin Bieber after party. You guys hear about that? Well, that's the wrong goddamn. Okay. So Rand Paul said publicly that he hopes trucker protests clog up cities, including during Super Bowl and in Washington, D.C. They arrested a 6-year-old. They arrested a 6-year-old. They couldn't put the handcuffs on the 6-year-old girl. Why the fuck are you arresting a 6-year-old girl? It's a video. There's no fucking article. You got to love the man that sides with the people. Warning, this video contains disturbing images and language. That's the one when they're arresting a little 6-year-old girl? Really? Really? Images and language? We should probably watch that. Okay, there's no audio. Forgive me while I figure out why I have no audio. Oh, my power went out in the house today, man. It never happens. So I was shocked when I came home and everything had been shut off.
After being told that she couldn't wear sunglasses in the classroom. Her family say that Kaya was experiencing side effects of sleep apnea.
Okay, she's gonna have to come with us now.
Okay, Kai, we gotta go with them, baby girl.
Stand up.
This is the arrest of 6-year-old Kaya Rowe.
What are those for?
Caught on body camera, Kaya was arrested and zip-tied by a school resource officer at her elementary school in Orlando, Florida in 2019.
Why do they zip tie a 6-year-old? Is she a danger to him? The big man? The big police officer there?
The school said Kaya had started hitting the school's assistant principal.
So imagine what that does to a little kid's mind when they're 6 years old, and every time they've ever seen someone in handcuffs, they either get killed or they're told that that's a really bad person. And now they're putting handcuffs on a little 6-year-old. And what is that little 6-year-old supposed to think now? Think what's going through her little mind right now. You know, her little 6-year-old undeveloped mind. The truckers are clogging all the streets. Have they lost sight of what this is about? I think so. You know, I think they're feeling the power, bro. You know, I think they're feeling a little powerful. You know, I think there's bad actors that are taking advantage of a bad situation and making it worse for everybody. And this is like what Oracle said to me the other night. He's like, this is bound to happen in any situation when there's a lot of people involved. And he's right. You know, it's not all the truckers' fault. I don't blame all the truckers. But, you know, it's like when Jimmy Dore has, you know, misinformants on his show. And when the truckers have a giant protest, there are going to be people there that you disagree with. And, you know, you might not be happy about it, but Rand Paul seems to think this is the route for achieving the things the people demand that the government refuses. I don't see Rand Paul sticking up for Medicare for all. I don't see Rand Paul sticking up for universal basic income. I don't see Rand Paul trying to forgive student debt loan debt. I don't see Rand Paul trying to end foreign wars. Not too much. He talks about it a little bit, but I've never seen him strap himself to the front of a fucking missile. You know, or a bomb that was about to be dropped in Syria, you know? And he probably signs on every time we sell weapons to Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't be surprised. He probably gets hooked up by Saudi Arabia. And probably every single politician probably does. You know? It's freedom of speech. Paul's an isolationist. He hates foreign wars. Yeah, and yet he partakes in them, Crosshairs. That's my point. He's in the government that's doing them. You know? He doesn't really speak out too much against it.
Principal and screaming after being told that she couldn't wear her sunglasses in the classroom. Her family say that Kaya was experiencing side effects of sleep apnea.
You know who I heard speak out against foreign wars more than any other politician? Bernie Sanders. Yeah, Bernie Sanders. Not fucking douchebag Rand Paul, the fucking Republican.
Yeah, a diagnosis they'd shared with the school. But the first grader ended up being taken to the principal's office and later charged with misdemeanor battery, a criminal offense.
I don't want to go to the police car. You don't want to? No, please. You have to. No, please. Give me a second chance.
No, at that point where he goes, oh, you don't want to? You have to. No, see, that's the teaching moment, and he fucking failed. If she's a 6-year-old, bro, this is your opportunity to have a teaching moment. This is when you say to the child, look, you were acting out of control in there, so this is what happens when you do that. Now you have to do all this stuff because you were doing bad stuff, and you refused to you know? And he's like, nope, these are fucking authoritarian cunt motherfuckers. I hate them all. You know, if you're gonna be a dick and you're gonna arrest this child, at least try to make it, turn it into something. You know, the whole reason why you're arresting her is so she doesn't do the behavior again. You fucking idiot. You numbskull motherfucker. Arresting a fucking 6-year-old. What a fucking piece of shit. Aren't you supposed to read them their rights? You think a 6-year-old's gonna understand that?
Please, no.
Appreciate it.
At the time of Kaya's arrest, Florida had no minimum age laws, leaving children of all ages eligible for arrest by law enforcement officers at school.
Kaya, as a 6-year-old, was arrested. She was handcuffed behind her back.
Right?
And the only reason that she was handcuffed with zip ties is because the officer said that he didn't have handcuffs small enough to fit her wrists.
No, well, didn't they say she was hitting the principal or something? Isn't that what they said at the beginning? Let's go back. We're a minute and a half in, and I just want to say, you know, if this is the grandmother, why didn't you teach this child not to hit people? 6 years old and the kid's hitting people? I didn't hit people when I was 6 years old. You know why? Because my grandmother and my mother and my father and my sister taught me not to do that. So I'm just kind of wondering, what did you teach this child?
Of 6-year-old Kaya Roll.
What are those for?
Caught on body camera, Kaya was arrested and zip-tied by a school resource officer at her elementary school in Orlando, Florida in 2019.
By the way, this is where I'm from. I'm from Orlando, Florida. This is my hometown.
The school said Kaya had started hitting the school's assistant principal and screaming after being told that she couldn't wear her sunglasses in the classroom.
Okay, well, you know, Grandma, don't be so sad because you failed. Okay, you failed as a grandma, and your daughter failed as a mother, and if there's a father figure, he failed too, and if there's a village, they fucking failed the 6-year-old. And this is the problem, because when you fucking idiots have a teaching moment, it doesn't have to be your child. You speak to the child. You tell the child why this is going on. You let them know, you know, I really don't want to have to do this. But because of your actions, because you've decided to physically hit somebody, and then you say something like this, how would you like it if somebody was hitting you? Would that be okay if somebody was hitting you? You know, you don't just let this go. And this is the problem right here. This man right here, this is the fucking problem. You know, and the grandmother, she's the fucking problem. You know, and you know, you'll notice when the little girl got arrested, she was really playing to the camera. She was doing a great job. You know, I didn't want to say too much but this is obviously a child who understands the camera. Right here, she's posing for the camera, doing a really nice little pose. She understands. That is an image of her that is going to come out. She's going to be able to look at it later. She totally understands the concept that someone was filming that whole incident, and you know, she was playing into it. Absolutely. At the same time, you know, it was an opportunity for her, and she's an opportunist. The 6-year-old is. Absolutely. I'll say that she's that intelligent. At the same time, you know, she knew not to hit. That 6-year-old knew not to hit. She chose to do it, and she's testing the boundaries, man. She wants to see what she can get away with. She's a 6-year-old. You know, and she never saw this fucking coming. Hey, man, look. Arresting a 6-year-old's wrong. They shouldn't have done it. They should have sent her to the principal's office, and however Orlando metes out punishment to a 6-year-old child that's breaking the rules in school. Hey, man, kids get in fights all the time. They hit each other. Teachers get hit. You know, no one gets arrested in a school for that shit. You send them, you fucking write them up, and you send them to the fucking principal's office. And that's how it's dealt with. Now, oh boy, it's been a long time since I've been in school. In fact, it's been years and years and years. And I guess things have changed. Maybe they arrest your children now whenever they break the law, when they commit assault and battery. Hey man, I committed assault and battery when I was in high school, middle school, elementary school. I did. You know, and it was committed on me. It was no big deal. You know, we were on the fucking playground most of the time. You know? Happened in the hallways, happened in classes. No one called the police. And I didn't expect anyone to call the police, because that's how we were brought up. But now I guess they call the police. I don't know. Maybe in the chat you guys could tell me, how is it now? Is that regular? I'm just saying, I don't support this. I don't support arresting children. You know, you want to arrest a kid when he's 13 years old because he stole my motorcycle. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, but a 6-year-old because she hit, no. I'm not okay with that. But at the same time, you know, there's teachable moments here that have been missed, and it's sad. You know, and now the mother and the grandmother are playing the fucking, you know, the saddest song they possibly can as well. You know, look at our beautiful daughter, our granddaughter. Look what they did to her. Don't you feel sorry for her? You know, it's hard to feel sorry for someone when they hit someone because they couldn't wear sunglasses. That is a spoiled child right there, man. You know? Give me a 1 in the chat. If you basically celebrated the moment in every time you ever watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, when every child in that, including Charlie, every child in that whole movie got exactly what they deserved at the moment that they needed to have that dealt out. Give me a 1 if you appreciated that. You know, one little girl got turned into a blueberry. A little kid got shrunk this big. You know, some kid got sucked through a tube. You know, another kid got turned into a fucking, you know, an egg or some shit. I can't remember what happened to Veruca Salt. She was a bad egg. You celebrate that shit, right? Well, listen, it's only natural, man. Children need to learn. And my heart's not bleeding for this child yet. So let's keep watching the story, because I am interested, and I'll give you my opinion on it as it comes up. Because I haven't seen this yet.
Have handcuffs.
So what you're getting is my open narrative, unfiltered, straight off my brain, right out my mouth to y'all right now. That's what you're getting. If you can appreciate that, good.
Small enough to fit her wrist. Kaya was so short he had to go and find a footstool for her to stand upon so that she would be at the appropriate height level for him to take her mug shot.
Yeah.
I was really scared and confused.
Okay. You're feeding the child too much food. Okay. She's morbidly obese and you're killing her. So you've demonstrated already twice now what horrible grandparenting you're doing. This child is morbidly obese. It's a detriment to her, and wow, man. She's 8, 9 years old now. She's not even 10.
I was like, what? Why? Are those police officers for me?
The number of reported law enforcement in Florida schools nearly doubled the year before Kaya's arrest.
Okay, well, I thought you'd think that those police officers would be there as a deterrent to school shootings, more so. Hey, Friesland, more so than you know, to persecute the children with police officers they're armed with guns, they've got handcuffs and mace. It's wrong. You know, we had a police officer at the school. That was normal when I was a child, but it was somebody that we could go to when we had a problem, was somebody that we could confide in. He was basically like a friend. You know, he really cared about the kids, and he I don't remember him ever arresting anybody when I went to school.
Oh, now you want to touch? I'm not going to hurt you.
Don't give me a...
We shouldn't be putting handcuffs on 6-year-old.
Well, you shouldn't be throwing children down on the ground telling them don't fucking touch me. Oh my God, that was shocking. Then they said there's disturbing images in this video. Now I see why. Holy shit, bro. Dude, that police officer, I hope that police officer not only got fired and will never work as a police officer again, but it should be because they're locked up in prison for the rest of their fucking pathetic life. You throw a little girl down on the floor like that? Oh my God, you could have fucking killed her. What if she'd hit her head on the fucking floor? Or a table? I mean, I can't imagine people behaving this way. Let alone a fucking police officer in Orlando, Florida. Fucking Ron DeSantis. I blame him. I completely blame him and his attitude. This is the attitude that Donald Trump gave these police officers. They gave them license, man, to do whatever. And so this is what we get now.
There's almost no situation in which that is an appropriate response.
Experts say rising numbers of school arrests in the state can be significantly attributed to a piece of legislation passed in the wake of the Parkland school shooting, the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act.
The act actually requires that all public schools in the state, which should include both traditional and charter schools, have an armed individual on campus at all times. Could be a sworn law enforcement officer implemented as a school resource officer. It could be a private security guard who's also armed but is not a sworn law enforcement officer and doesn't have arrest powers. Or it could be implemented through what we call the Guardian program in Florida, which is arming a school staff member. And so school resource officers in some ways are part of a bigger trend towards target hardening and trying.
Man, I'm all for arming a staff member over bringing these fucking pigs in. These pigs are fucking... These pigs do not understand children, man, at all. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Sadie. This is... You want to talk about disturbing images? Watching these fucking pigs stormtroop into a fucking high school. That's disturbing for me right now. I'm getting disturbed watching these images right now. Are you guys? Let me know how you feel about watching pigs stormtroop into a fucking high school, practicing how to raid a fucking high school, guns drawn as if they're going after a goddamn armed assailant. How does that feel? Let me know, chat. Let me hear from you all. I'll read every single thing that you guys say.
Trying to protect schools.
Florida
No
school
law
arrests
regarding
fell statewide
fucking
during the first year of the pandemic, but
dumbass
now Floridians
pigs
are
in
heading
Orlando,
back to
Florida.
in-person classrooms.
Fuck 'em.
According to the ACLU, in 2018, Florida classrooms had more police
Cheers.
officers than nurses, and more than double the number of police officers than social workers or school psychologists. Kaya Roll's family want the public to understand that the trauma of arrests leave lasting mental scars on kids, ones Kaya is still living with 2 years later.
I agree.
Before the incident,
I agree.
Kaya was an awesome young lady.
Yeah, do you see any more? I went over there.
She wanted to hug everybody. She wanted to sing for everybody. She wanted to dance for everybody. That was awesome.
Thank you.
As a result of the incident, Kaya has been diagnosed with PTSD,
Sure.
with severe separation anxiety.
Wow.
She almost has a solitary lifestyle now. She's become a totally different child.
I feel sad about what happened at school with the police officer because I think he was really
I'm sure they are, hippie
mean
chick.
to me.
I'm sure they are, Aaron. You guys, I'm sure.
Always no distraction. My diary.
Kaya's case made national news. After an investigation, the Orlando Police Department fired the school resource officer who arrested her, saying that the arrest of any person under the age of
I've
12
been there.
requires approval, and that this approval was not obtained in Kaya's case.
I've been there.
The family says her charges were dropped.
Outside.
Okay, that's okay.
Hello.
Now,
The Roll family then worked with their state senator to raise the minimum age that a child can be arrested in Florida. The Kaya Roll Act took effect on July 1st, 2021. It states that any Florida child under the age of 7 will not be arrested, charged, or adjudicated, except in the cases of forcible
Good.
felony.
I agree with that. That's good legislation. You know, this is politicians doing something good, and I'm shocked, I must say. Let's go back and listen to that one more time, and I just want to say this too. I would love it if they would ask the little girl, why did you hit the vice principal? At what in your mind made you think that it was okay for you to hit another individual, let alone a person of authority in your school? Ask the little girl that. What was going through your mind? Since you remember the trauma from that day, well, you were wanting to wear sunglasses and they said no. And then for some reason, somehow, an incident occurred where you were in proximity with the vice principal and you hit the vice principal. Well, I want to know the whole goddamn story there. You know? How did that transpire? And then, at what point, what did that little girl think that it would be okay to hit somebody? Let's talk about that. Why are we ignoring that? You know, why was that little girl so prone to violence that she would strike an authority figure? Yeah, that's Roscoe, buddy. I mean, Roscoe. I'm sorry, not Roscoe. Roscoe Todd. It's Rogan. It's Rogan. The name's so similar. My bad. Yeah, Roscoe died four years ago. Something like that. Five years ago. Why does everyone feel like you need to tell me that they were training for active shooter? Do you guys feel the need to tell me that because you think that I thought they were going in there to shoot some little kid like that? You thought that I thought that? Is that what you thought? Hey man, give me a 1 in the chat if you told me that they were training for an active shooter in the chat. Tell me if that, because you assumed that I couldn't figure that out on my own. And when I saw those police going in with their fucking weapons drawn, covering each other, getting ready to go through a fucking doorway, that I didn't realize that maybe they were training for an active shooter situation in which I mentioned a fucking mass school shooting, which I fucking already mentioned. Give me a 1. Give me a 1. Let me know. You really assume that I didn't know that on my own? You felt the need you had to tell me that in the chat? I mean, I want you guys to interact with me. I want you to interact with me. I do. I really do. But I don't want you to interact with me and in a way that, you know, you're making it look like you're assuming that I'm a dipshit. Oh, nay, they're training for active shooter. They're training for active shooter. That's what they're doing. Oh, I would have never known that. I would have never figured that one out. Because 3 of you felt the need to tell me that. Yeah. It's just, I thought it was kind of weird. You know, the comment I made was, how did that make you fucking feel? Not, I don't understand why these police officers are going into this school. I never said that. It's a little presumptuous on your parts. All 3 of you. And, you know, I'm just saying, I get it. You know, you think I'm an idiot. I get it. I see it. You know? Oh, poor Nate. He couldn't have figured that one out on his own. Allow me. Let me explain it. Let me explain that to you, Nate. So, you know. So you'll be well informed about obvious shit that goes right over your head. You guys know? Not a single? No? That's good. I didn't think so. Dude, I didn't say it was disturbing me that they were training to raid a high school. I said I found the images disturbing of seeing fucking pigs going into a fucking high school. Yeah, and I did say it was fucking disturbing. Definitely disturbing images. But I never said I didn't fucking understand what they were doing, Aaron. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I thought it was weird. I mean, one of you says it, then another one says it, then another one says it. And I'm like, what the fuck? You think you got to take me to fucking school here to explain to me what these fucking pigs are doing and go you know, looking like they're training going into a fucking school with their guns drawn? You guys, it's the fact that they have to do that now, man. It's fucking disturbing as fuck. If you don't find those images disturbing, man, it's just you're just a product of basically our the age that we live in. Just like all of us are. You're numb to it. I'm just saying there was a time before when it wasn't like this. You know, and for someone like me that's been around for a while, these images are disturbing as fuck. Oh, I don't have the chat on. Oh, I didn't realize that. Hold, please. Where is the chat? Oh, my bad. Did I have that off the whole time, man? I'm sorry. I'm sitting here reading everything you guys are saying. Oh, Roscoe. Hippie chick was asking. I just said, you said, way smarter. I don't think you're stupid. I can't see the chat, so. Repeated crosshairs 3, that was for me. Just so I want you guys to know that I get it. That's basically my point I'm trying to make right now. I get it.
It took a lot out of me to fight. And I fought really hard because I did not want to see this happen to another family. That does not stop our fight. She turned 8, and this was in May, and she said to me, she says, Grandma, that means that my own law no longer protects me.
The royal family want the minimum age of arrest in Florida to be raised again, and they also want the state to look into the role of SROs as a whole.
Did you hear what that little girl said? Oh my God. She's like, I turned 8 now. My own law doesn't protect me anymore. Holy shit. Aaron, it wasn't so much the comment, it was the piling on of fucking 3 people saying it. You know? It was just, you know, I was like, there's just so many people saying it. You know, oh, they're training for active shooter, Nay. That's what's going on there, Nay. Hey, just we're gonna explain to you what's going on. That's called mansplaining. Just assuming that I'm dumb and need to be explained to. You're all mansplaining me.
What we need to do is have serious conversations about whether they should be present in schools at all. Then we need to couple that with rigorous looks at the way
man, there should be 1 police officer and 1 armed staff member. The police officer needs to be trained, explicitly in the handling of children. And children should not be arrested. They should be escorted to the principal, who should dole out the punishment. When a child is violent, when that little girl hit the vice principal, she should have gone to the principal's office, been suspended for 3 days, had to sit home, come back, happens again, she gets suspended for a week. This is what they used to do to us. Come back, do it again. You either get suspended for a month or you get expelled, and you don't get to come back to school. You know, those are the rules. And you didn't have to. No one got arrested. You know. But instead of y'all trying to correct what you think is my misperception of what I'm showing you on video, I want to know how you guys feel about it. You know, that's what I'm asking. I don't need your help in explaining to me what I'm seeing here on the video. I just want to know how you feel about it. Yeah, the policies and training for cops are fucked. Well, I addressed that a long time ago, but it got ignored. I don't talk about that anymore.
The ways in which we try to minimize their bias when it comes to dealing with students of color, to ensure that if they are going to be present, that we minimize unintended negative consequences.
Well, for Kaya, the future is a long road. You can learn to live with it. You can learn to regain semblance of normalcy. But there's no such thing as curing
Look.
PTSD.
Yeah, but you guys are feeding her sugar and you're poisoning her brain, and that is making her sicker and sicker. It makes her depressed. She's sugar crashing every day. What are you feeding her? And stop. Stop feeding her sugar. You know, geez Louise. Freaking poison, man. Do I need more coffee? Yeah, probably. I might need more coffee. Are they going after a gunman in school? Yeah, above you said. Word for. Yeah, above you said, are they going after a gunman in school? Oh, are you saying to hippie chick? This is the world we live in today. Police have to have training exercises like this at schools. It's sad. You know, and like I said, we didn't have that when I was younger, man. It's sad. Things have changed, man. It's a new society. I think schools should be hardened like banks. You should cherish your children like you cherish your money. If you only did that, we wouldn't have these school shootings, man. They'd never get into the parking lot. You know, you secure the fucking parking lot so they don't even get to the fucking building. You know? Oh, we have to secure the school. It's gonna take with the metal detectors. No. You put a goddamn barbed wire fence just like a prison all the way around the outside of the school. You have a gate. You know, the buses come in and out. You open the gate. And then you close the gate, and you've got an armed security guard there at the gate. And you've got another armed security guard that's monitoring the entire perimeter. It wouldn't cost that much, man. You put up a fence, install a security system, and have 2 guards there during school hours. It's not even, you know, it doesn't even have to be there on the fucking weekends. He wasn't mansplaining to you, he was mansplaining to me, says Hippie Chick. You don't like that shit, do you? Let's see what else. There's lots of shit going on in the news, man. Oh my God, CNN is reporting Dave Chappelle opposing affordable housing. It's not what he did. They're lying. Oh my God, CNN is smearing Dave Chappelle. It says video of Dave Chappelle opposing affordable housing plan. He's not opposing. No. He's fighting. Oh my God, it's so stupid. I can't believe that CNN is saying this about Dave Chappelle. I know this because I saw it on Jimmy Dore. More disturbing images?
Okay, she's gonna have to come with us now.
Okay, Kai.
Wait, this is the video we just watched. Where's the Dave Chappelle video?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle.
Okay, it says Dave Chappelle showed up at a village council meeting in Ohio to oppose a development with affordable housing. No, 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 no. He's not opposing a development with affordable housing. That's not it at all. It's a lie. They're literally lying. He threatened to pull investments, including a proposed restaurant and a comedy club, if the plan went forward. They changed the plan. They earmarked it, right? And he's like, what they did was, in the earmarking, they basically wanted, now, they wanted to put in some fancy schmancy housing, and then in addition put in some affordable housing as well as a token gesture to get a tax break, which was bullshit, and he knew it was. That's all this was. Jimmy Dore covers this perfectly, but CNN is smearing Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle should sue CNN.
I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
See, he said, I'm not bluffing, I'll take it all off the table. He wants it the way he agreed to. That's all. And there's nothing wrong with that. They say he's opposing affordable housing because he doesn't want those people, living in his neighborhood. And it's bullshit.
All right, I'm going to take one more comment from, I see Dave is on. All right, Dave, go ahead.
I just want to say I'm adamantly opposed to it. Obviously, I live behind the development, or the proposed development. I do have many business interests in town. I've invested millions of dollars in town. If you push this thing through, what I'm investing in is no longer applicable.
Okay, the council deadlocked on the zoning ordinance, which allows the project to move forward without affordable housing. Okay, now this is from Dave Chappelle's publicist, and his publicist says, Dave Chappelle didn't kill affordable housing. Concerned residents and a responding village council killed a half-baked plan. That's funny, half-baked. How funny is that? Half-baked plan which never actually offered affordable housing. Neither Dave nor his neighbors are against affordable housing. However, they are against the poorly vetted cookie-cutter sprawl-style development deal, which has little regard for the community, culture, and infrastructure of the village. Sprawl-style development deal. That's what they threw in with the affordable housing. And that's what he's opposed to. So at least CNN put that up. I'll give him credit for that.
I am committed to doing a deep dive on our zoning and also looking at the opportunities for affordable rentals and everything else. I hope we can get beyond and truly work together to benefit everyone in the village.
All right, now, check out Jimmy Dore's reporting on it. New townhouse are starting in high 300s in PB County. Is that Dave Chappelle's county? Here we go. Here's the Jimmy Dore video.
Now, file your taxes free your way. Do it yourself. File with unlimited help.
So Dave Chappelle is in the news, and I'm guessing the news is trying to smear him. Let's see. Let me see.
I'm guessing.
Dave Chappelle personally came to a city council meeting and threatened to remove his $65 million of investments from his city if they allowed a developer to move forward with an affordable housing program. The objection wasn't to the build, but to the affordable housing component. Wow, it makes him sound like an enemy of poor people, doesn't it?
Right?
Yeah.
It makes Dave Chappelle sound like the worst dick in the world. So
Hey,
you know
Karen.
that can't be true. Why would what? You know that can't be true, right? You're like,
Oh,
what?
Well, if I were to take a guess, and by the way, I already do know.
Cheers.
It's like every other thing, like sustainable this and that, affordable housing is like a buzzword for
Yes,
a small portion of not
that's
like a
right.
huge amount of unaffordable
Top of the hour,
housing.
cheers.
Shouldn't all the housing be affordable?
I guess it's affordable for somebody. Chappelle threatened to pull his various. This is from Rolling Stone. These guys are like the National Enquirer now. Chappelle threatened to pull his various business ventures from his hometown of Yellow Springs, Ohio, if the Village Council went ahead with a plan to build, wait for it, more affordable housing. I'm guessing that's Rolling Stone lying again, because Rolling Stone lies all the time. They're horrible. If you Yellow Springs. This is from Keith Boykin. Ohio developed a plan to designate 1.75 acres of land for affordable housing. But after some residents objected, and millionaire entertainer Dave Chappelle threatened to pull his business from the community, the council voted against its own plan. That's from Keith Boykin. So again, you think you're getting the story? You think you are? I know everybody
I'm gonna
on
make
Twitter
some
thought they
coffee.
were.
Listen to
I
Jimmy.
like how the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket because the comedians are really dropping the ball.
The comedians are not yet right. It is really the comedians have been always the
visa.
backbone of society. You know that, Kurt.
My mini bees.
Here's from Chris Gedner. He says, Dave Chappelle, folks, this time he successfully stopped the Village's own affordable housing plan from being passed in Ohio. Okay. We're going to keep going. This is from Justin, what's this guy's name? Justin Baragona. He says, Dave Chappelle really spitting fire and speaking truth to power by threatening to take his millions away from a small town if it provides affordable housing to working class people. Boy, that's just like Joe Rogan is a white supremacist, alt-right, crazy.
Right?
That's the same thing. You're like, what? It turns out
It's smear.
he's
It's
exact
smear
nothing.
campaign.
So let's see what happened. Here we go.
No. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle. I just want to say, and Marianne, I can talk to you about this privately. I don't know why the village council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out the $65 million a year.
Now, you see how all CNN shows you is him saying, hi, I'm Dave Chappelle, really, not really a lot. And then some past stuff. Jimmy actually shows you what he said.
The company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Oh, I guess CNN did show all of it. My bad. My
What
bad.
he'll do, you know?
They showed it later.
He's already shown. He's a man of his word. He'll walk. AJ Delgado says this is a lie. Dave Chappelle did not shoot down an affordable housing plan in his town. It was a tacky developer's plan for 140 homes in the $400,000 price range, not affordable housing. The plan happened to include a throw-in of 1.7 acres, how generous, of affordable housing. So this was a huge development, and they were using the ploy of affordable housing to get the plan approved. Dave Chappelle sniffed it out and said, I ain't going along with this garbage. That's what happened. Here's what
Did someone hire those Jonas propaganda brothers to
Right.
come up with a thing for their real estate?
Here we go.
Shockingly enough, the headlines about this story are incredibly misleading. This is not an affordable housing project, an affordable housing endeavor that we're seeing. This is a case of a real estate company that's building a development, and of the 55 acres of this development, they're promising to set aside under 2 acres for quote unquote affordable housing. And we see this happen a lot. It's an attempt to get a tax write-off. So I think it's a really misleading setup. But I do think that it's an important opportunity, hopefully, for us to look at these issues of housing, because the truth is celebrities won't save us or provide affordable housing. Real estate companies won't save us or provide affordable housing. And just to give you a sense, Over, the company, will not necessarily be the company that develops that part, the affordable housing part. And the village will ask for proposals later, according to plans submitted to the village. So obviously, the affordable housing element is not a priority, because they may not even be developing that part. They don't even have the proposals. Well, I'm glad that people are on the side of affordable housing. I think that what is one of the problems with this framing, though, is that but for Dave Chappelle getting up at a council meeting, we would be having affordable housing, when the truth is we don't prioritize affordable housing. It's not profitable enough to develop affordable public housing, and there's going to be a shortage of that until we realize that housing is something that we all believe in investing in. And imagine the resources we could put into housing if we spent the money that we're spending in sending billions of dollars in lethal aid to Ukraine.
Wow, good points by Katie Halper. So there's an article being circulated about Dave Chappelle blocking an affordable housing plan near his residence, and I was ready to trash him too. Then I read the article. Of the 34 acres to be developed, only 1.75 acres were going to affordable housing. That's 5% of the land. The land is zoned for single-family housing, and the developer's initial plan was to construct 143 units of suburban sprawl, which the villagers rightfully opposed. So they tried to get it rezoned for PUD. What is P? Is that public? What does that stand for? And donate 1.75 acres for affordable housing, which got rejected again. So they couldn't get their housing plan because it's just urban sprawl. So they're like, oh, I know, let's pretend it's for affordable housing and we'll get a tax break too. And so that it was all garbage. And of course, all those garbage people were wrong about Dave Chappelle. So now you know why you can't trust the establishment media blue checks, because they're all fucking propagandists. That's why they got the job.
Exactly.
They got the job because they are willing to do that shit.
Planned unit development is PUD.
Oh, planned unit development. Thank you. Forbes, what is a planned unit development? A planned unit development is a community of single-family homes and sometimes condos or townhouses where every homeowner belongs to a homeowners association.
God.
The villagers have consistently argued that the interests of the developers don't address the needs of the community: walkability, environmental protection, provisions of social infrastructure. So they should come up with a better plan that would truly benefit young families. Sounds like Dave Chappelle's on the right side of this issue. The development itself was not voted down, though. It can still move forward without the affordable housing portion. Yes, because the developers own the land, but the city council has the power to allow or deny permit to develop based on proposed plans. Developers will threaten to litigate, and that's where Dave Chappelle comes in with his threat to pull his own investments if the city council acquiesces.
So he's the hero of the situation.
So he's actually the hero of the situation. Yes, Kurt, you are correct. So this was all just spin to make Dave Chappelle look like he single-handedly smacked down on affordable housing.
And that's how CNN reports the news. Fucking creepy, huh? Dave Chappelle's opposing affordable housing. No, he's not. Oh, the coffee is perfect. No, they're just using affordable housing as a like I said, a token gesture so they can get a tax break and offer this other development, you know, and they don't want it. They don't want that development. You know, you would think that Dave Chappelle would be for, more developing, more people, more money for his businesses, but he wants it to be, he doesn't want it to be overpopulated. I don't blame him one bit. With a bunch of fucking homeowners association fucking, sorry guys. Fucking homeowners associations. It's another fucking scam. They get you with that bullshit, man. Hey, Big Merc, what's up, buddy? That's beyond spinning the narrative, Sativa. I mean, that is just out and out slander against Dave Chappelle. Just straight out lies to hurt him financially, socially, to hurt him any way they can. That's what CNN is doing. They're weaponizing false news. Motherfuckers. What's Jimmy Dore recommend, I wonder?
And keep the bad press from the developers. Yes.
Some kind of a
So now you see how the press works? Do you see why we have a show? Do you understand why people watch this show? Is because they can't stand that bullshit they're getting from establishment media, which it is. And again, if you're getting your information about COVID from the establishment media, you're being propagandized and you're being lied to. Exactly, and everyone's so glad to jump on it without even checking the facts. That's exactly right.
Right.
So now they'll pretend that Joe Rogan, again, is the misinformer, when he's not. Again, people are afraid of Joe Rogan, not because he misinforms. They're afraid because he informs. That's what they don't want. Anyway, so there you go. There's the Dave Chappelle bullshit story. Of course, it's a bullshit story. I'm going to guess that the Young Turks will report this incorrectly.
They did.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, they did.
Just like CNN.
They don't even know the facts of this story?
No, they don't. They misreported it completely.
Baron Shankar Conan and the rest of the...
Yeah. And now you know why. Have you gone to their channel lately? No one's watching their channel.
Their title of the clip was Dave Chappelle foils affordable housing plan. Indeed.
So now you go to TYT and they just as misinformed as everybody. They've been that way since I left. The only person who was ever telling the truth about Russiagate there was me. Everyone else was CIA talking points 100%. They're still doing it.
Didn't they? I mean, I never thought they were good, to be honest with you. But did at one point they would maybe just a little bit look into something?
I don't know if they. I would look into things at aggressive progressives. I don't know if they ever looked into anything at the Young Turks. They never did about Libya or foreign policy or any of that stuff.
They checked out camel toes.
Syria. They never looked into anything.
They looked at camel toes.
They looked into camel toes.
They looked into camel toes. They got that down.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And revenge
Those camel toes were blocking affordable crack pipes or something.
They got a close up on Britney Spears' vagina naked. They posted that at their website. That's a fact.
Yeah, but that was when
okay.
That was okay because that was the culture then, and and Pago isn't sexy.
Pago is not sexy. Pago doesn't wear a shirt so short you can see its ass. That's not what Pago's doing. Pago's wearing a full-length Amish dress. We're doing live stand-up comedy in Los Angeles on February 12th, February 18th, February 20th. We're in Philadelphia.
All right, y'all. You guys enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings, mornings, wherever you are. I will see you guys on the next upload. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye now.